We will be grand opening our beautiful space here on September 26th. So as you can see, we're still in progress. We have lots of equipment here. We have lots of connections to make. We have lots of folks that are putting a ton of energy into really launching FUSE Makerspace for our students and our community. We have classes starting next week actually here for 2 different programs, and so it'll be very exciting to see folks coming in and testing out how well we have made this move. We have lots of folks visiting us from all across the country and all across the world, I hear. So I'm going to have a lot of introductions, and I want to make sure we take a few minutes to do those introductions because it's nice to have such special guests with us. First, we from the parent company of New Mexico Gas, we have folks visiting from Emera. We have folks from New Mexico Gas Company and others that joining us from all across both North America, including the East Coast and Canada. We have Scott Balford, who is Emera's Chief Operating Officer. I saw him. Oh, there he is. Ryan Schell, who's the President of the New Mexico Gas Company. Ryan. Nancy Tower, the Chief Development Officer for Emera. Rob Bennett, the Chairman of the New Mexico Gas Company Board of Directors. Tommy Sanders, Vice President for Customer and Support Services. Okay, this is the one I keep worrying I'm going to get wrong. Tom Domi, Vice President for External Affairs and General Counsel for New Mexico Gas Company. And of course, Mary Homan, the Manager of Economic Development and Community Affairs, is here to join us. And of course, thank you, Mayor Barry, for being here and joining us today as we celebrate. The Mayor has been an incredible support for us for FUSE Makerspace, CNM Ingenuity, and of course CNM, and it's been a wonderful opportunity to work with you, Mayor, so thank you for being here. From CNM, we have Vice President of Student Services, Phil Bustos, has joined us. Thank you, Phil, for all your support of our students. Vice Chairman of the CNM Ingenuity Board of Directors, Kirby Jefferson. Thank you, Kirby. Kirby and Bill Miera, who is a member of our board as well, have been really important members for us in helping us move forward great big ideas for CNM Ingenuity. So Bill, thank you for being here as well. Adrian Chavez is the chairman of the CNM Foundation Board. He's joined us this morning, and the foundation has done a ton of work for us over the years in helping us support students. We also have Terry Laudick, who is a CNM Foundation board member here, and of course a longtime supporter through Nusenda. Their support goes back to the beginnings of time with TVI and CNM, so we greatly appreciate you being here today, both of you. Thank you. There are 3 members of the New Mexico Gas Board of Directors here as well. Deborah Peacock is very special to us. She was in the founding board of CNM Ingenuity, so lovely to see you. Del Archuleta and Mike Canfield are both members of the New Mexico Gas Company Board, so thank you. For Innovate ABQ, we have board members and staff. So Danny Dietz has been working with us very diligently to help us make this all happen. So Danny, thank you. Chuck Wellborn, and of course Terry Laudick again. We like to say Terry Laudick's name as often as possible, so we're just going to keep saying it. So thank you, Chuck, for being here. I'm sure I've missed some folks, and if we didn't say your name, it doesn't mean you're not important to us. It just means that we didn't write you down, and I can't remember anybody's name unless it's written down. So thank you all for being here and for being part of our incredible celebration. First to speak today in our exciting morning is Mayor Barry, and we really appreciate that you are here to inspire all of us, because you have been part of the inspiration that has made Innovate ABQ possible. So thank you.
Thank you, Samantha. I appreciate it. You saved my day. I was worried about some of the pronunciations as well, but the message is the same. The message is thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'll say it for an hour. It's really, really important. And I just want to maybe hit on a couple of highlights. This is really about letting the folks that are helping us finance this, speaking about this corporate partnership, and it's about corporate stewardship, and all of our leaders here who have taken time out of your lives and your busy careers to make sure that people in our city have an opportunity. And that's what a makerspace does. It's interesting, we've got some media here today. I get asked a lot, and I've been asked over the last couple of years, I think Terry and others on the Innovate Board have also been asked, and CNM's been asked, what is a makerspace and why is it important? I was talking to Deb Johnson. We were years ago, 4 years at least ago, we took a trip to San Francisco and we went to Tech Shop, which is one of the makerspace models that's out there in the United States. And at the time when we went there, we were looking for opportunity. We were looking for ways to make sure that if you live in the city of Albuquerque, regardless of your income status, regardless of your background, regardless of anything else, we wanted to democratize this opportunity. So we went out and we saw a makerspace. I'm a contractor by trade. I've got a cabinet shop of my own. I like to build furniture. Yeah, I understand what a table saw is. I know what, amen to all the great tools that were here. But it's so much more than that. And so it's nice to be able to come and bring the cameras with you today and get an early look. This is not finished yet, but you get an early look of what a makerspace is. So from a fundamental standpoint, it is a place where you make things. Therefore, makerspace. But the magic of a makerspace is the collisions that occur here between people. One of the stories that we heard in San Francisco was something that we see all the time now, which is that little thing that you plug into your cell phone to swipe a credit card called Square. It's now $1 billion plus company, and it was started at the makerspace in San Francisco by a businessman who walked in one day and said, I've got all these clients around the city. I do service work for them. I would like to be able to take payment from them. How do I use this dang thing to get payment? He didn't know how to solder. He didn't know what software was exactly. I can't speak for the gentleman, but the gist of it is he walked into the makerspace to make the thing. And at the makerspace, he ran into somebody that knew how to plug something into a cell phone, who knew how to write software, who knew how the magnetic strip actually talked to it. They actually got people together on an ad hoc basis, and they started making this thing. And I think that's just a great story about what a makerspace can do. So what's next, right? What's next? Who's going to walk into this makerspace in the city of Albuquerque with a problem that they need to solve and create the solution right here in our city? We have more scientists per capita, I think, than more PhDs than anywhere else in the country, probably. We've got a $1 billion arts community here. We've got poets. We've got entrepreneurs. We've got venture capitalists. We've got all these people that we talked about and introduced before, successful business people. We have the parts and pieces. And so if we can break that barrier to entry down for everybody here, whether you're a student at UNM, CNM, whether you're an immigrant in our community, whether you are someone that's born and raised here, you're a second generation, your family has a business, you want to take it to the next level, it doesn't matter. Come as you are, walk into this place and create. Add value. Bring your take to the equation. And that is what makes this special. This was a soup kitchen 4 years ago. And now we're here as a place where we can, teach people and help people lift themselves up and lift our community up and create jobs at the same time. So that's why this is an important day. It's an important day also because we wouldn't be here if we didn't have corporate stewardship. Today's about Emera. Today's about the discussion that we had at dinner over at Fork Restaurant. How long ago was it? You remember, Mary? About 3 years ago. We sat down, and this was when the acquisition was taking place. And so when there's a new company in town, you go to lunch with the mayor. That's what you do. And it's awesome as a mayor because you get to meet really interesting, cool people. And I knew it would be a good lunch, but when the lunch conversation turned to, listen, we want to be great. Emera Gas Company of New Mexico has always been a great corporate steward here. Not just keeping your house warm and providing what you need to live. I mean, that's the function, right? That's what you do every day, and you do it really well. But that extra level is, what do you do when you say, we want to bring some resources to New Mexico? This is just a small part of the resources that Emera is bringing. And they basically said, if I'm not paraphrasing too much, we'd like to give you some money and you do with what you want, Mayor. Well, got someone like Terry Loddick and Nusenda who put up $3 million to get this Innovate started. You got Chuck here, you got the Innovate ABQ, you got CNM, you got all these people that worked so hard. The city of Albuquerque and the taxpayers put $2 million in to buy this old site to create something unique, our innovation district. You hit roadblocks. You get to a point where you're kind of, okay, we've got great things in place, things are moving, we're going to have students moving here pretty soon, but we didn't have the money to build a makerspace at the time. And so we took the money, and this is what we chose to do with it. So it's about your legacy as a company, but I didn't hear the word legacy one time. It was about how can we help today to make a real impact in the place that we serve as a company. So I want to thank everybody here, Ryan, Bob, of course, Deborah, Tom. I want to thank the boards. All the board members. We're all doing 8 other things, right? Debbie, right? Deborah, right? Dell, right? Mike. I mean, we're doing stuff, and I'm just really proud that I could be here. And I just want to end with thanking Kathy Winograd, who couldn't be with us today. She is a great leader in our community, and she is a real catalyst for what we're doing here. And there was a lot of times for CNM to say no, and every time CNM said yes. And so as I walk out the door as your mayor, we are going to leave a lot of these things, not me as the mayor, but you are leaving a lot of these things better than we found them. And this is why. Because it's not about the mayor. It's about you. It's about the community. It's about your resources and your willingness and your passion for our place. And this is one of the products of that. And I will be down here. I will be having more free time in about 13 weeks. So I'll be down here. I don't know what I'll be doing down here, but I'll be here. And I will enjoy it. And it will be something that I can bring my nieces and nephews and my son, and people can bring their kids, and I can meet some of the wonderful people from the refugee community and the immigrant community, and we can meet some of these sharp kids from UNM, and we can see and CNM, and we can just get together and we can create. And that's what we're about, and that's why our future is bright. So thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
Thank you very much, Mayor Barry. And as Mayor Barry alluded to, President Winograd happens to be out of the state right now taking care of some business. Otherwise, she'd never miss the opportunity to see what's happening today and to be part of this celebration and to say thank you. Thank you very much. Up next, we have folks from Emera and New Mexico Gas Company that will speak with us. I believe Ryan Schell is next for sharing your remarks. Okay, I apologize. It was one of those moments where I looked down and I can't find the name, so I apologize. Belfour.
Yeah,
I got it right, see?
Yep.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Samantha, and thanks, Mayor Barry. It's clear you've got a passion and excitement level for this that we share. Frankly, we're really excited to be part of it. Good morning, everybody. My name is Scott Bell. I'm Chief Operating Officer at Emera, and also a very proud member of the Board of Directors of New Mexico Gas Company. And it is great to be here and part of this exciting time for Innovate Albuquerque. It's really impressive to see the progress that's been made in a short period of time. And it's tangible, right? You look around as to what's happening. You can see it and feel it, and it's great to be part of that. To go from what was an idea and blueprints into something that really is something that will make a difference for folks moving forward. It's incredible what's happened in really what's been a short period of time. So as you may know, Emera is headquartered in Halifax, Nova Scotia, the very east coast of Canada. That's a good about 2,700 miles northeast of here. But what I can tell you, and I speak for all of Emera, that when we come to New Mexico, there's a lot about that feels like home. And say that sincerely. And I think that's a lot about people and the values that are actually very common, and a big part of that is their caring for the communities in which we live and in which we work. And by joining forces with New Mexico Gas Company, Emera is now one of the 20 largest energy companies in North America, which we're excited about. But it's that growth of our business that does give us the ability to make investments in the communities and areas in which we work. And this is sort of part of our DNA, is supporting partnerships and collaborative relationships that foster a culture of innovation and entrepreneurship. And we're committed to help grow the infrastructure and the economic prosperity of the communities and places where we live and work. Now, as I understand it, Emera was one of the early, if not the first, contributor to Innovate Albuquerque, and that donation helped to encourage additional investment. And that's notable for us because that's been part of our story and along the way, that we understand that sometimes it takes a catalyst. Sometimes that catalyst is needed to spur confidence in other investments from others. And so we're pleased to be here with our partners, including Central New Mexico Community College, who are helping to foster this culture of innovation and economic opportunity right here in Albuquerque. So the funding that we've provided for Innovative Albuquerque came from a $5 million economic development fund that we committed to as part of the combination with New Mexico Gas Company, all part of that fostering innovation and economic development in the state. But it's not the only thing we've done. We've also contributing to a $5 million fund to build an expanded gas pipeline to Mexico to provide some opportunity to move product from New Mexico and create that opportunity, as well as a infrastructure matching fund to help, $10 million infrastructure matching fund to help bring gas infrastructure into communities and regions where that would otherwise be more difficult to occur. All of those things we're really excited about. We're really excited to be here and part of the New Mexico Gas team. Thank you for inviting Emera to celebrate the progress that you're making, and we really look forward to what turns into sort of tangible space into tangible outcomes in the innovation, growth, and ideas that will be generated from this very important space. And with that, I will say thank you and pass over to my colleague, Ryan Schell.
Well, as Scott said, I'm Ryan Schell. I'm the president of New Mexico Gas Company. It's really great to be here with all you today, and I just want to thank the mayor for your kind words earlier. It's really hard to believe that it's been 9 months since Emera and New Mexico Gas Company made a contribution to assist with the great work we saw developing here. A couple years ago, there wasn't a building over there. None of this was happening, so you really had to have a vision to kind of see what was going to happen. Anyway, back in November at Mayor Barry's State of the Union address, he announced our $500,000 contribution to the Innovate Albuquerque project. As he said earlier, we placed no real spending criteria around that. We simply asked that it be used to spur economic development here in the state of New Mexico. And then a few months later, actually just back here in April, we were here in this space for the announcement that the FUSE Makerspace would be moving in here, relocating here. And I can tell you, we were truly excited that our funds were being used to make that happen. The FUSE Makerspace is going to be an important part and will be an important part of the innovation and business startup ecosystem that's being nurtured and developed right here. So we're very excited about that. As Scott noted, economic development and innovation are areas where Emera and New Mexico Gas Company are happy to support. And so we're very excited here today for the unveiling of the Emera and New Mexico Gas Company plaque, sponsorship plaque for this location. I think it's also appropriate that our two companies will be together on that plaque. New Mexico Gas Company is really proud to be an Emera affiliate, and together our organizations are stronger, and together we really strive to support our community. The work being done here at Innovation Central and the FUSE Makerspace, they're great examples of the types of community efforts that we really support. They reflect the vision that can change a community for the better, and that's what we see happening here, and we're really excited to support it. To CNM, the FUSE Makerspace, we congratulate you and wish you much success on what's going on here. It's absolutely amazing to see what's going on here. I was in this building a year ago. It looked nothing like this, so it's exciting to see all this happening and coming together. And we remain absolutely confident that your potential for great success here is, you have a great potential for success here, and we're excited about what's going on. And to Mary Berry, we thank you for your leadership around economic development and your support of this project. As you said, we talked a couple years ago, and we talked about this project, the importance of this project to the city and to the region, and we really got excited when we saw what was happening here and what the vision was for this area. So we agree with you that this is important to the city, it's important to the region, it's important to the state. So we're truly, truly happy, and really, I'll just end by saying we are truly honored to be able to partner and make all this happen. So thank you very much.
Thank you both, Ryan and Scott, for your remarks and, of course, your commitment. So what does FUSE Makerspace and Emera's investment and New Mexico Gas Company's investment mean to CNM, and what opportunities do we see ahead of us as a result of this incredible partnership? What we see is the opportunity for CNM to have a new front door, for folks to have an opportunity to pursue their education, pursue their passion, pursue their entrepreneurial opportunities and their passion for creating business and opportunity in New Mexico to happen right here at Innovate ABQ, right here at the CNM FUSE Makerspace. And what that does from an investment from Emera and the New Mexico Gas Company, your investment is an investment not just in this physical space, but in our opportunity to provide entrepreneurs a pathway to economic prosperity. Our opportunity to provide kids and families that are watching their parents build a business through small-scale manufacturing right here, to really build those children's opportunities in future as well. Whether they go on to higher education or they follow in their parents' footsteps, to see that you can build a business from an idea. You can seek resources and have opportunities, and new opportunities are created through these partnerships. The City of Albuquerque, CNM, the University of New Mexico, Emera, New Mexico Gas Company, Nusenda, they've all stepped up to say that building an ecosystem that is focused on building up New Mexicans and their job opportunities and their opportunity to employ New Mexicans is the right investment and the right way for us to move forward. So we want to say thank you from CNM for helping us stay committed to our mission, which is that those that don't necessarily have direct access to higher education or the easy pathway might find a new front door here, might find a new opportunity for their family to prosper, to hire other New Mexicans. That's what our focus is. We want everyone in central New Mexico to have a job, and to have a job that they're passionate about. So this space right here absolutely reflects that opportunity. I want to introduce you to two entrepreneurs that already have said that this space will give them that opportunity. Matthew Barbado, with Route 66 Guitars, has fostered his company right here in FUSE Makerspace. In the tiny space we had at the other location, he had a big idea, and he tested it out, and he now has an online company where he creates custom guitar templates and that happened as a result of FUSE Makerspace. Randy Kroll, our good partner and friend, who has been can I call you a serial entrepreneur? Sure. Okay, serial entrepreneur in tech, is co-locating right here in the FUSE Makerspace. This space is the place for Build with Robots to build from an idea to something that we believe will be employing New Mexicans and giving them opportunities to be the place that, I don't really understand the technology, but robot arms are going to do great things for us in New Mexico. But that happens as a result of all of our investment in saying that trades, technology, those career technical education pathways are key and essential to the economic prosperity of central New Mexico and really New Mexico overall. We believe that this will make a difference in New Mexicans having opportunity. When we open here on August 28th with our first classes, the Lobo Rainforest building across the way will be bustling with students and opportunity from for Innovate ABQ and the University of New Mexico. We will see that this investment is going to make a difference for our community. This ecosystem will change what's happening in downtown Albuquerque and central New Mexico.